Happy December 24th, flosstube. Hello, crafty friends. Just a little quick note before I give you the intro to today's video. There are some flashing lights. So if that sort of thing gives you any sort of trouble at all, just skip the first few minutes of this video and I'll see you on the other side. Wasn't that pretty? That was so fun. That was last night. Sarah and I surprised the boys. We surprised John and Nicholas with, we'd purchased, about 6 weeks ago, we'd purchased a ticket to go and see the Magic of Lights show that is currently running in, it's at the Longwoods Conservation Area out in Mount Bridges. So if you're local to me and you're looking for something really fun to do with the family, it's a fundraiser for the United Way. Tickets, I believe, are $40 Canadian per car, and the show takes about, the drive-through takes about, 25 minutes ish through the lights, and it was just really fun. It was something different to do on an evening so close to the holidays that wasn't a Christmas movie, and we could take the dog in the car and we could take hot chocolates with us and just enjoy the lights and being together. It was really, really fun. So I thought you might like to see a little bit of the lights too. I hope you enjoyed. I wanted to show you my socks because these were the socks that Josh knit for me, and she sent to me when I made her quilt. She made me some beautiful socks, and she asked me the other day whether they fit, and I can't believe, Josh, that I didn't tell you. They fit me perfectly. I only wear them to bed because I want to keep them perfect, because I love them, and they are so cozy, and I wear them to bed. But I brought them to the office today to show you how perfectly they fit. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at the color. Beautiful color. My favorite. Cozy toes. So today's video, it's the last day of work for me before I take a little bit of a holiday. And so this video is maybe a little bit discombobulated. So in case I didn't introduce myself already, my name is Caroline. I live in London, Ontario, Canada. If you're here joining me for the first time today, my videos are usually about cross stitch with a lot of chit chat thrown in there, friendly chit chat, and some knitting, sewing, general craftiness. And I'm glad you're here. You can find me on Instagram at off the Grid Needlearts, and I also have a page for my small business, which is at Evertotes, and everything is in the description box below. But thanks for stopping by at December 24th. And so what I've been doing is I've been packing up my space and getting ready for, you know, taking a few days off. And what I keep most of my stash, my whip pile. Whip is work in progress. I keep most of my stuff here at the workshop. And then what I've been doing is I've been taking home the things that I'm working on, and I've been taking them back and forth and in a project bag. So I've been trying to focus on 4 things, a pair of socks and 3 cross-stitch projects. And I've been taking them back and forth in my bag every day because, well, you never know when you're going to have 5 minutes to put a few stitches in. And many of you will know the saga of me leaving my project bag here at work. And I still have other things to do at home, as my husband clearly pointed out to me. But when you're in that mindset of a certain project that you really want to work on, then that's what you want to do. So I thought for myself what I would do is this video for me will serve to be a little starting point of where I'm at with my projects at the beginning of my holiday, and then it'll be fun to see what I can get through before the end of the year. And I have an extra project that I have pulled out of the whip pile. If you've been around here for a while, you might remember it, but it's been a long time, and it's something that I would really love to get back into during my vacation, but also at the beginning of January. So I'm excited about that. So I'm gonna start just quickly with my sock because since the last time I shared it with you, I haven't done anything. Probably because I have to pick up all the stitches now for the gusset decreases, and I need to do it all in one go. I can't just pick up a few stitches and then put it back in the bag. I need some time to sit down with a cup of coffee and quiet and just be able to just get at it. It's one of those tasks that in order to progress to the next part of the sock, you just have to do it. So I've done the heel turn. I shared that last week. The heel turn is finished. And so my hope is that tonight, when we're sitting together as a family watching a movie, it's an easy thing for me to do because these are Christmas movies, holiday movies that I've seen before. It's easy for me to, when I craft, I take my glasses off, so I don't have to watch. I can just listen to the movie, and it'll be a pleasurable way to spend my time picking up the heel flap stitches. My yarn is by Timber Yarns. It is last year's holiday self-striping sock set. I call them my Smarty socks, and I do have one finished. I started these last year, last Flossmas. I have one sock, so clearly I need a second sock. There's the first one finished. And I do have fancy sock blockers, but they're all the way in the other room, and you know, well, I'd rather spend my time crafting. So there we go, finished sock, and I'd love to have a finished pair by the end of the year. Okay, cross-stitch projects. I have 3 that I've been focusing on this month, but really only one of them over the last week or so. So I'll start with the other 2 first. So first up is my Ruskin's Penguins. This is a chart by Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery. And how cute. So I won't spend a lot of time on these because again, there hasn't been any progress since the last time I shared it, but just a little bit of information. And for me, a really good view of where I'm starting and how much can I get done next week on this piece. So the bottom half is completely done. And I have at a penguin of the verse, the words done. Details, this is a fabric by XJU Designs. And all of my project information is in the description box below. And the floss is Leo&Roxy floss, and it is weathered white and chalkboard. Love it. modernfolkembroidery.com. You can either have a PDF chart that you can get directly from Jacob, or we carry the physical charts at Evertote. Ruskin's Penguins. So that's whip number 1. Whip number 2 is my my piece that I'm working on that was designed by Hannah, who works here with me at Evertote, and it is called Fanned Out, and that's where I'm at. So I still, remember, I still haven't filled in those 5 little missing stitches in that one petal. Let's get that to focus. There we go. See, still missing those 5 stitches. Well, it's okay, we'll get there. And this was charted for Charlie Brown is the outline of the petals. So that's Charlie Brown. Keeps wanting, there we go. Fog is the color on the inside of that petal. Artichoke is the heart of the petal. Pippi is that petal, and again, artichoke filling in that center of the motif. And there, now you can see fog and artichoke. And snowy owl is the floss that's filling in the petals. Snowy owl is difference. Weathered white has more of a gray, a slight gray, very mild, very slight variegation of gray throughout the white floss, and then snowy owl has more of a brown, very pale brown plum tint throughout, like variegation throughout. They're very subtle, but it just gives you just a little lift from the white floss, and so I think it looks quite nice in there. So that's snowy owl, and that's Hannah's chart, her very first chart that she has up for sale. So I'm so proud of her. So I really want to stitch some more of this over the holiday, and it's only available as a PDF through Evertote, and the fabric that I'm using was hand dyed by a woman named Marissa of Toile and Knot, and it is, I don't think the fabric had a name, but it's just this gorgeous like light green modeling on this fabric, and it just suits these colors perfectly. It's been sitting in my stash for like 2 years, and when I pulled these flosses together, I immediately thought of this fabric, and I thought that fabric will be perfect for it. And it is. It's beautiful. Just beautiful fabric. I'm really enjoying stitching on it. So that's my starting point. Let's see where we get to next week. So that's Fanned Out. Third and final, and the one I've been working on the most this month because it's December, and I like stitching on holiday stitching during the month of December. I like stitching holiday stitching all year long, but especially in December. So this is Red Berries, also by Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery. This one I've been sharing a lot during Flossmas. So since you last saw it, I've put in one more length of floss in the border there. That's it. That is it. So isn't it so pretty? So pretty. So I'm stitching this on a 28 count Zweigart platinum linen, and I'm using Leo&Roxy. Oh my goodness, my brain just completely went blank there. Cheeky is the red, and Dark Sage is the green. This has been such a fun stitch. So fun. So fun. So after I've picked up the heel flap stitches, I don't know, I can't decide what I want to work on tonight because I really want to get after Hannah's chart. So I think maybe I'll work on Hannah's chart tonight. We'll see. World is my oyster. Options are open. So that's where I'm at with my projects. Now, plans for January. The first thing I need to tell you about is I want to if you haven't seen it already, I shared it in my stories on Instagram. But if you know Bart Dunn, excuse me, And I learned how to say this properly because it makes sense when you understand what it means. Park hopper. Park hopper Bart. Now, park hopper, it apparently, I think, refers to, I'm gonna get this wrong, Disneyland, Disney World, which one? Does it matter? Are you a park hopper if you go to both? So people who are huge Disney fans who like to go to the park a lot, I believe, if I've understood it correctly, you are known as a park hopper. So park hopper Bart, you'll find his charts on Gumroad, and he has a YouTube channel as well with Katie. And Bart's designs, you should follow him on Instagram. I will link to his Instagram in the drop down box below. His designs are beautiful. He designed the Halloween chart this year for the Evertote collection, if you remember Black Cats and Spooky Bats. Bart does borders that they're just so gorgeous and so fun to stitch. His eye for detail is really good, and his designs are just beautiful, and they're really, really fun. So I'll tell you about Gumroad in just a second. So his designs are found on Gumroad. So just recently, he put up on his Instagram feed a photo of a new design that he's done. I couldn't buy it fast enough. It's so good. So I'm gonna put a photo of it in here as I'm talking about it, because I didn't actually know that Bart was using Leo&Roxy floss to stitch it with. And so the cover model, he used just navy, grunge, and storm cloud. So those are the 3 Leo&Roxy colors that he charted with, but his design also gives you a DMC conversion. So you can buy the PDF and you can start stitching it right away. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. That is a definite January plan for me to start that, because it is exactly my, like when I see a design like that, that's me. That's what I love to stitch. And Bart has designed a fair number of charts like that, so I think you should really go and check out his Gumroad page, because if you tend to like a lot of the same things that I stitch, I think you'll really like Bart's charts a lot. So Gumroad, what the heck is Gumroad? Gumroad seems to be, I don't know a lot about it, but it's only because of Bart. And also oh my goodness, Kansas City girl, she also sells through Gumroad. Does she still? That's a good question. I am so behind on flosstube. I can't even begin to tell you how behind on flosstube I am. I cannot watch flosstube when I'm working. It is way too distracting. I would get no work done. None. Because I can't stop. Like every time a stitcher will show or talk about something, I'm staring at the screen. I cannot work. I can't just listen and work. So flosstube has been really difficult for me to keep up on, because I've been working a lot over the last 6 months, and so I'm really behind on flosstube. But I believe Kansas City girl in a Colorado world also, she used to sell through Gumroad. I don't know if she still does, but I know Bart is definitely still on Gumroad because I just bought the chart. The way Gumroad works is you basically pay what you can afford for the chart. So the chart is actually put up for $0, and the idea is that you pay what you can for the chart. So if money is tight, it's the holidays, but you really want the chart, then Bart has it up there for you. But the idea is that I think if you can afford even $1, it's worth paying our designers, because this is how they can afford to keep designing for us. And it's why I'm a big supporter of buying charts, even if I know I'm never going to have enough time to stitch them. I know full well I want to stitch Bart's chart in January. I definitely want to start it. I will start it. Am I going to finish it? I don't know. But you can bet your bottom dollar that I gave Bart my money so that Bart will keep designing, because his charts they're so good. So there's my little plug. Pay our designers. Pay pay them, pay them, pay them. If you can afford it, if you can afford a few extra dollars, then, you know, I think we should send that the way of our designers. I think it's really important. It's just a critical way to keep our craft moving forward, because, you know, we can have all the, I can't design. I could not design my way out of a paper bag. And I've been asked that before, you know, are you ever gonna do any charts? And the answer to that is no. No, no, no. I have no talent in that field. I have no skill in that field. And frankly, I have no desire to do it. I want to stitch everybody else's charts, but I want them to keep designing. So I will keep giving them my money, and they'll keep giving us more great designs. So there you go. There's my little welcome to my TED Talk. Oh, anyway, okay. The other thing that I really, really, really want to get back to in January is Leela's Studio Nevermore, because I started this as a real conversion for myself with some of the Leo&Roxy colors that I had from the beginning that really spoke to me for this chart. And I kind of got stuck at the border just above, because I was sort of working it, you know, I wasn't sort of finishing the borders as I went. I was sort of thinking of the next color as I would go. And so anyways, what I've done is I've actually taken a little close-up video of my stitching so that you can see more what I'm talking about. But my plan is, now that I have Leo&Roxy Floss has a much bigger selection of colors now, there's more to play with. Because I really wanted to put some green in this chart, but the greens that the couple of greens that I had, they weren't right. We have a new green. It's not available yet, so I'm kind of lucky. I have early access to this stuff, but I think it's going to be a perfect green. So the chart is Nevermore by Leela's Studio, and a huge thank you to Abby Bella Stitch for telling us all how to pronounce Leela's name correctly. Leela's Studio Nevermore. This chart is phenomenal, phenomenal. Again, Leela's Studio. If you are not familiar with her work, it's gorgeous, all of it. I haven't seen a Leela Studio design that I didn't want to stitch. They're all good. They're all amazing. And so what I'm going to do is I'll just give you a quick peek here. This is what I'm talking about. This is where I started. I mean, you know, it's a little more than started, but this is where I'm at, and this is what I want to get back to in January. So let me pop in the little video that I just took earlier today that gives you a little bit of a better look at it. So here is here's I thought maybe it might be good to give you a close-up because it's just so pretty, and I wanted to make sure you could see what's happening here. So what I want to change is this stitching right in there. So that is, I used Plum Shadow originally, and I think I want to switch that out to a green. So let's see, I think, let's get that to focus there. This is a new green we've got coming out in January called Arugula, and I think it looks pretty awesome with the other colors. Maybe I'm a little too close, hang on. There, look at that. So I thought I would sub out the Plum Shadow for that Arugula in there. What do you think? Yeah, I think so too. Here's a close-up of the chart. So there's the bottom section, the original. And what I'm working towards here. Such a great chart. Man, it's so much fun, this chart. And then that's a comparison to what I have so far. So this is, so far what I've got is Vampish is the dark shade, Morticia is the variegated, Vixen is the red variegated, and then coming in back again with Vampish. Here, Vixen will fill in the motifs up here, and then Arugula, and then Vampish outlines the things. And I'm going to do the same color all the way along there. And this, I've come back in with Vampish here for that motif. So that's this motif here. And you can see how the leaves along here, Leela has charted them to be all different colors. I'm going to keep mine all green, all the way along. I'm going to have just the single color there. Oh, so great. So great. Love it. And there's the floss toss on the fabric. You can see Vixen here. This is the original dye lot of Vixen. We just got a new batch in. There. This fabric is from Rolanda, hand-dyed by Rolanda. She's local to me. She's from Toronto area, and she does fabric and silk floss and all kinds of beautiful things in her shop. And this fabric is a 40 count linen in the ecru colorway, and it is super pretty, really pretty, and really nice to work with. So I recommend her stuff. Yeah. So this is a big goal of mine for 2022, to work through the colors as I go and just have some fun with playing with it, with a conversion. Just something completely different than what Leela Studios charted, but using her gorgeous design and making it my own. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. So those are my January plans. I have some other plans that I can't tell you about because, well, I can't tell you about until I'm ready to tell you about them in January. If you are interested in just a quick bit of Evertote information. Oh, first of all, shipping. Any orders that I remember I said a couple days ago we were going to send out a box yesterday. The Canadian orders are fine. I was able to take them to the post office this morning. Those have been put into the post, but our international orders, so the United States and UK, anything that I tried to send out yesterday, FedEx, our third-party carrier, I have to FedEx the box to them. Well, the two companies' holiday hours were not in sync. So my third-party carrier wasn't open today. So if I had FedEx pick up the box, there's a good chance that box, I didn't want to take the chance it would get lost. And so the postage may have been paid on any orders that we packaged and paid for postage yesterday, but that box isn't going to go out until early next week because I am petrified that it will, you know, I don't want anybody's orders getting lost. Like, it's bad enough if an order gets lost, one order, but when you've got a box full of like 30 orders, yeah. So in order to juggle holiday schedules, I've had to wait until next week. So apologies. Everything's going to be a couple extra days delayed. We have a January bag coming out with 6 new floss colors. And so if you want to know about that when they're released, the easiest way for me to do that for you is Hannah is sending out one more email newsletter next week. You can sign up for that newsletter on our website, www.evertote.ca. If you scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, there's a little box there where you can enter your email address and be signed up for the newsletter. So we will have January's bag set, and the 6 new floss colors for January from Leo&Roxy will be available middle of next week. I think Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember which day, but Hannah's going to be sending out that email next week. And that's that. I got 2 Christmas cards in the mail. Desiree, thank you for the beautiful card and the wonderful sweet message inside. It was very much appreciated. So my flosstube friends, Michelle Bendy posted something on her Instagram feed yesterday in her stories, something about how she, it was a repost. I am not a person to have a Christmas card list, and if you don't get a Christmas card from me, it's not because you weren't on the list, it's because there isn't a list. That's me. Consider yourself on my list. For if I were a person who sent out Christmas cards, you would be on my list. It just doesn't happen. Every year I have grand plans to send out Christmas cards, and every year it's a huge failure. So a couple of years ago, I decided to take that pressure off myself, and I don't even try. And it's sad, but I figure I do. We'll call this my Christmas card video. So there. So Desiree, thank you. I'm really glad there are still people out there who take the time to send Christmas cards, because it is really nice to receive them. And I received one from my friend Gwyneth. Gwyneth, this is a very Canadian Christmas card. Gwyneth's from near the Ottawa area. She is Curling Stones and XStitches on Instagram and has become a rather lovely friend. So I hope to meet her in real life one day. I have 2 winners from the Flossmas 2021 holiday chart designed by Patty Brake of 4 boys and an NL girl. These 2 PDF charts are being donated very generously by Candace. And Candace, I have pulled the 2 winners. I think we had 48 comments with the word Flossmas in it from the video from 2 days ago. And so the 2 winners are Denise Shearer and Jam Jams 96. Congratulations, the both of you. If you could please email me, caroline@evertote.ca, then I will make sure that Candace has your email address and she can get Patty to send the chart to you. Congratulations. It's the paper snowflake that you see at the beginning of every video. Patty designed it. It is exactly what I saw in my head. She said, "Do you have any ideas?" And I said, "Paper snowflakes. We need to cut some paper snowflakes." And she designed it, and it is perfect. It's such a lovely design, and it would look perfect as any holiday ornament. It's really pretty. So congratulations, Denise and Jam Jams 96. You are the winners of those giveaway charts. What else? What else? I know there's something else. Many of you know my friend Ellen, Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. Ellen is so funny. That woman makes me laugh almost daily because she's so funny. If you watched our Evertote holiday greeting from last week, was it last Friday we did that? I'm pretty sure we did. The one that had Hannah singing Silent Night at the beginning. It was a really fun video for us to put together, and sort of a little holiday Evertote holiday card from us. And Ellen, within the video being up for 20 minutes, sent me this little video message, and I'm gonna tuck this in at the end of my video to you today, because if you watch that video and you've gotten to know my team here at Evertote, I think you'll find it as funny as we did, and why Matt has a brand new nickname around the office. And we laughed so hard. I was crying, laughing. It was so funny. But anyways, to everyone who left us such wonderful comments that you were pleased to meet the team here, that you like to get to know us all a little bit better, you're absolutely right. I am an extremely lucky person to have the people working with me that I do. We have a lot of fun here. We really have a lot of fun. They're young and energetic and funny and smart and hardworking, and I have hit the jackpot with staff. Matt, Hannah, and Leah have just made, they make coming to work a lot of fun, and I'm lucky to have them. So thank you for all of your kind comments. And yes, Hannah and Leah are amazing singers. That is their training. They both have music degrees from our local university here. Both of them are in higher education programs at the moment. They are way smarter than me. Keeping up with them is a daily task for me. And Matt is just, he is, every day he makes me laugh. And he's quickly become one of my favorite people. So I was so pleased to be able to share my team with you. If you've been a customer of Evertote, this is who we are. And it's a lot of fun that we get to do this on a daily basis. Okay, so I've got a couple little clips at the end here, Matt's new nickname. And on that note, if you celebrate Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you happy holidays, whatever you may celebrate. And I hope to have a video or two throughout the rest of December. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. Our internet at home is apparently better. I don't know. So I'm not going to make any promises, but for myself, I would really like to come on and visit. Christmas this year is going to look a little different for many people. Again, it'll look a lot like it did last year, which was hard, and this year again for so many people is going to be really tough. My parents are not able to come this year again for Christmas. I know many of you out there are missing friends and family. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I wish you nothing but the best in the coming weeks ahead. It's a really hard time for so many people, and knowing that we have something to focus our thoughts and attentions on through the joy of crafting is really a lifeline for so many people. And so I wish that you are well. I hope that you are safe, and I hope that you have some crafting to enjoy over the coming days ahead. And I'm sure I'll pop in here and there over the next couple of weeks, because I'm not going to be able to keep any progress to myself. I'm going to be so blooming excited about it. I'm going to want to talk to somebody about it. And I can tell you this, the 3 people who live at home with me, they don't want to hear about it. So I have a funny feeling you'll be seeing me next week. So on that note, take care, everybody. Happy holidays. Happy stitching.
Ooh, 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 hamburgers. Ba-ba-da